You ever get so obsessed with something that it ruins your entire life? Yeah, me too. My ex-girlfriend left me because I was hell-bent on designing the perfect Fallout game. She said, "You love Fallout more than me," and honestly, she was kind of right. But that's fine, Fallout would never leave me anyways, except when Bethesda releases another broken mess. Then yeah, it kinda does. And look, I get it. Obsessing over a video game instead of a relationship, not exactly a W in the life department. But can't you blame me? Fallout is a lifestyle. A world where I can roam the post-apocalypse, befriend robots, steal people's forks for no reason, and roleplay as the last competent human alive. Meanwhile, my relationship was filled with, "Why are you writing Fallout notes at 3 AM? And no, I don't want to hear another rant about New Vegas. We just had different priorities. Anyway, I spent weeks working on my masterpiece, but I got stuck. So, like any desperate person looking for validation, I did the unthinkable. I went to Reddit. Yes, the most degenerate place on the internet. A place where grown adults argue over whether drinking irradiated toilet water is law-friendly in the Fallout universe. Now, if you've ever posted on Reddit, you know that it's a wild experience. One moment you're getting great ideas, and the next, some guy named Mr. Vault69 is explaining why Fallout 4's dialogue system was actually the best in the franchise, and now you have to fight for your life. But to my surprise, I got a ton of responses. Some of them were actually pretty good, but let's be real, they're not my ideas, so they're kind of irrelevant. Now, let's talk about what really matters, the setting. This perfect Fallout game takes place in either New York or Japan. Why New York, you ask? Because it's one of the most iconic cities in the world, and Fallout has never really done it before. Imagine the ruins of Manhattan, skyscrapers turned into raider strongholds, Central Park overrun with mutated lifestyle, the fuck am I saying? Central Park overrun with mutated wildlife. The subway tunnels could be a whole underground city, like a new version of the Pit. And the Statue of Liberty, believe me, that thing's getting turned into a Brotherhood outpost 100%. And it's not just the landmarks, it's the factions too. New York is the financial capital of the world, meaning pre-war corporations would have had a huge presence there. What if some of them survived in underground bunkers? What if they turned into a new power-hungry faction competing for control of the ruins? You could have the Enclave remnants try to take back old government buildings, mercenary companies operating out of Wall Street, and a mutant-infested Times Square where ghouls worship old advertisements like their religious texts. But Japan? Japan is post-apocalypse gold. A Fallout game in Japan would be completely different from anything we've ever seen before. The vaults wouldn't be Vault-Tec, they'd be run by Japanese megacorporations. Imagine Nintendo being the Vault-Tec of Japan. Maybe instead of the Enclave, you'd have a fascist remnant of Japan's old government trying to take control. And ghouls? Oh, ghouls would absolutely be treated like yokai or ghosts. And imagine the weapons and armor. Samurai power armor, plasma katanas, the Brotherhood of Steel showing up in giant mechs like it's a Gundam crossover. The potential is insane. But if you're talking about unexplored Fallout locations, let's get really bold. What about China? After all, they were America's main enemy in the Great War. A Fallout game set in China could show a completely different perspective. Not just the ruins of America, but the devastation of the other side. What if they had their own version of Vault, their own mutated horrors, their own Brotherhood-style remnants? A game like that could completely change how we see the Fallout universe. Or hell, what about Africa? People forget that Africa had a massive history of war, colonization, and corporate exploitation. Imagine a Fallout game set in a region where corporate-controlled vaults operated under even more brutal conditions, where power struggles aren't just about old governments, but surviving in a land where nature itself is just as dangerous as raiders. Giant mutated lions, raider warlords, a ruined city reclaimed by the jungle. The potential there is absolutely insane. And let's not forget about the wildlife. Fallout's best creatures are based on real animals. Imagine hyena mutants that hunt in packs, gorillas with pre-war cybernetic implants, or a Deathclaw variant that evolved from crocodiles. You could have entire biomes that change how players approach survival, desert wastelands, dense jungles, and volcanic ruins. Fallout has always been about survival, but a game set in Africa would take that to the absolute next level. And before you say it, no, this is not just a New Vegas remaster. Look, I love New Vegas and all, we all do, but it's been 15 years. We need to, move on, kind of. Would this game have New Vegas style factions? Yes, because Fallout 4's factions were about as deep as a puddle in the Mojave. The Brotherhood of Steel in Fallout 4, they just show up, scream technology bad, and expect me to fucking care. There's no depth, no real ideological conflict, they're just there. Compare that to New Vegas, where every faction had the philosophy, flaws, and the real reason to side with them. That's what I want. I want actual faction depth, political intrigue, and moral dilemmas. Not just join us or we'll shoot you in the fucking face. Now for the gameplay. The dialogue system, straight out of Fallout 1 and 2. No more yes, no, or sarcastic yes. I want dialogue so good that I spend 2 hours debating whether to talk my way out of a fight or commit massive war crimes. See, Fallout's dialogue used to be the best part of the game. You could actually roleplay. Fallout 4 stripped that away and replaced it with a glorified yes or no button. So I want the old system back, deep reactive dialogue where intelligence, charisma, and choices actually matter. And let's talk about actual skill checks. In Fallout 1 and 2, your character build changed how you played the game. A low intelligence character had completely different dialogue. High luck could get you out of situations you had no business surviving. Fallout 3 and New Vegas still kept this depth. Fallout 4, not so much. I want a game where being a genius, an idiot, or complete psycho actually changes how people react to you. Gunplay and graphics, Fallout 4. Say what you want about that game, but Fallout 76 couldn't even live up to its gunplay. And Fallout 76 had the same fucking engine. How do you even fumble that? Look, Fallout 4's gunplay wasn't perfect, but it was miles ahead of anything before it. Guns actually felt good to shoot. Modern weapons felt meaningful. Imagine that, but polished even further. Now let's talk about VATS. I don't just want a slow motion aim assist, I want a full tactical combat system. What if we could add more strategic depth, custom kill animations, limb specific takedowns, or even hacking enemy power armor mid-fight? That should feel like a real advantage, not just a crutch for bad aim. And yes, I want Fallout 4's graphics, not because they're the best, but because Bethesda's idea of next-gen visuals is just adding more god rays. And for all this genius, Bethesda should actually pay me. Hell, they should hire me. Actually, no, they should just buy my idea, give me royalties, let me sit on my couch while Todd Howard personally delivers my checks. And if Todd doesn't like that idea, well, he can kiss my shiny ass. And honestly, Bethesda should be begging for ideas at this point. Their last truly great Fallout game was New Vegas, and guess what? They didn't even make it. Since then, we got Fallout 4 and 76. If they want to reclaim the magic of old school Fallout, they need people like me calling the shots. And let's be real, Todd Howard is going to milk Fallout forever. The guy would sell Fallout themed toilet paper if he could. So why not milk it the right way and make a game that actually captures what made Fallout so great? Anyway, that's my perfect Fallout game. Bethesda, if you're watching this, feel free to steal all of this. Just don't screw it up like you did Fallout 76. And please don't forget to subscribe. And to my ex-girlfriend, I regret nothing. You may have left me, but at least Fallout never will. Subscribe, motherfuckers.